Nothing like Grizz Game Energy, and there's nothing like being here with 19,000 new Grizz Nation friends at FedEx Forum. Dive into the action. Follow the Grizzlies on social media and visit grizzlies.com/tickets to grab your seats today. That's grizzlies.com/tickets.
This message is presented on behalf of Delmar Mortgage. When it comes to buying or refinancing a home, everyone's situation is different, and having the right information can save you real money. Delmar Mortgage helps you compare options side by side, understand the cost of waiting, and see when refinancing may actually make sense for you. Get your no-obligation quick quote at savingthelou.com.
Individuals may have been compensated for this message. For licensing information, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Delmar Mortgage, NMLS ID number 30998. Delmar Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Ooh, baby, let's go. 8:05 in Kirkwood, Missouri. J. Randolph Jr. Studios. Beautiful day, Tuesday. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing. Doing our thing, baby. We're on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Lou Info. You could like, you could subscribe, and you could chat away. We also have a text line, too. 314-590-3770. We got Craig Ragland coming on, talk a little mid-states hockey at 8:35. Actually, it's a really entertaining tournament with all the high school teams. And, of course, DeSmet has been pretty dominant. I believe in that for a long time, and they certainly are now. And so they're going to be waiting for a winner out of this tournament in the next 2 weeks. They get a first-round bye. Might be too long.
I used to cover this. I've been there as a spectator.
Yeah.
It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, really good atmosphere.
Fun event.
Yeah, they go at it, big hits, chirping, pretty cool stuff. So we're going to chat about that at 8:45. What's going on with you guys? What's up? What's going on? What do we doing? What do we got?
We're glad to have you back. You got called into the office yesterday by Andy, and
my dad said that you kept saying that I was with my mom. And
who said that?
He said that you said Andy's mom picked him up. And I'm like, no, she died.
We're talking blues hockey.
Andy's my
work mom.
What is it? There it is.
It's your work mom. I think that's
my
what
work
we
sister.
Meant. No disrespect.
My work sister. That's what he is. Hockey Bob, you're gosh dang wrong. You like that, Rock? That put a smile on your face, didn't it? That put a smile on your face. Damn. I got you to smile early in this show. If Charlie played hockey, what position would he play? Left wing, of course. Oh, she got it. Is he coming in?
Charlie's going to be on the show tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Rock is always working.
He's on it. He's on it, man. He's on it. Unless Charlie bails again.
I don't think his kids are going to have a random Wednesday off.
No, they're not. No, you're right.
It was nice while you were gone. Rock and I were good, but he got a little sideways with Grant.
What happened? What? You were. I'd
already gotten sideways with Grant before Cam left.
Yeah, you did, actually. Grant's starting to dig a little bit.
Well, if you say stupid stuff, you're going to get stuff thrown at you. I think that's a fine precedent to set in this country.
What do you say that was stupid?
It's similar to our no snitching policy.
Did he rat you out?
No, I'm just saying, but it's similar to our no snitching policy. It's
so what was he wrong on?
If you beat it into them early, then you never have to worry again. You mentioned shirts going to Mizzou, which is just he deserved to have something thrown at his head. He trolled on that.
He's trolling a little bit.
He deserved to have something thrown at his head.
I kind of like it, though.
That's the thing. If you troll in real life, you do run the risk of getting slapped.
Okay, but I see that.
We don't have a no snitching policy on this show.
We rat each other out.
We snitch nonstop.
We rat each other out for
It's a
everything.
giggle.
We have,
do it.
we have a national no snitching policy.
Snitches get stitches.
There you go. Thank you very much, Jim.
Not on this show.
Not on this show.
Snitches,
We'd all be banged up.
snitches get giggles.
Exactly.
Disappointing.
We had that policy, we would be banged up. Man, oh man.
Hey, how do you think we took down the mob in this country? Snitches.
Yeah.
We turned them.
Giuliani had a big part in that, didn't he? I mean, I know he gets chirped, and I know
He was like the first Rico guy.
Wasn't it tax evasion?
Well, that took down Capone back in the day.
Okay.
But then they established RICO laws, which helped you get everybody.
Yeah.
And then they got the mob to what was the little guy that got the Teflon Don? What was his name? The little guy, right hand man.
Vinny. Yeah, I know what you mean.
They all
rat each other out. Yeah,
to save their own skin.
Yep. A lot of people got killed. A lot of people rat each other out. It all came crumbling down. I guess that Francese's guy. Francis. How long did he go to jail for?
I don't think he.
Did he get
his kid?
What happened?
How his dad was a Don.
Yes,
and the kid was like a bit Michael Francis.
Michael,
who's now
yeah.
like a YouTube star.
Yeah, he's a podcast star. It's interesting.
But he was like the business side, not really whacking guys, but setting up illegal deals
with the gas stations and the oil, stealing all the petro.
I think he was able to skate, and then he got out of the life without anyone trying to push his button.
And now he's past the point where he can talk about it openly. Sammy the Bull's still doing.
That's what I'm talking.
Sammy the Bull. That's right. They went at it the other day on a podcast. Those two. He kind of sounds. I don't know.
Sammy the Bull. First off, he's the guy that brought down
the snitches.
He brought down.
I don't think Francis is really snitching.
He brought down the mob because you know what they did? The FBI tapped that little room over the social club where the old lady lived, and they had the Don, Teflon Don, on tape ripping the Bull, Sammy the Bull. So Sammy was like, "Yeah, I'll tell on him. I'll snitch." And then they put him in protective custody. And he started dealing drugs with his son, and they had to take that away from him. And now he's free. And that's what tells you there's no mob around, because if there was,
you would think they'd be
Sammy
gone.
the Bull would be gone.
Yeah.
So snitches don't get stitches.
Where do you think he had to go hide?
Snitches get podcasts.
What is that? When you are in that, so when you do agree to snitch and they put you in protective custody, where is that? Where, like, is in Utah? Is he living in Utah? Is he allowed to get out of his house? Like, what do you think that consists of?
Yeah, well, it used to be you couldn't be with your family. I guess that changed because Sammy had family.
I think they all get up and they put you somewhere, sneak your way over there. That's how it
used to be, at least in the movie Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Right? They put him somewhere in like a house and gave him a fake job.
Yeah. Interesting. Stay out of the mob. Stay out of it. Woo, baby. Let's go.
Easy for you to say, hockey boy.
Stay out of the mob. Why? Why is it easy for me to stay out of the mob?
It wasn't easy for Eric Lindros.
I was hanging out with some cats out over in Jersey, and I had to get a little talking to. Not that I was doing anything, but there were some.
I told you, Lindros.
I know. Oh yeah,
hung out with
those Philly
skinny Joey Merlino.
There are some cats still cruising around doing stuff, but everybody acted like they were in the mob. In my era in Jersey, because the Sopranos and all that blew up so much, everybody you talked to felt like they were doing stuff, and they, you know.
I told you, my neighbor, I was friends with his son, was a mob enforcer. I knew this because my dad read it in the New York Post, his name, and then one day he disappeared. But it was kind of like on Goodfellas, because sometimes they'd have brand new cars in the driveway. And then other times, this kid didn't have money to buy lunch. Like it was either feast or famine.
Yeah.
You
got to pay up, baby. You got to kick it to that guy over there. Who's got to kick it to that guy over there?
Apparently, one day he didn't. And it was in the New York Post that they found his body under one of the pilings in the Hudson River.
Ask Christopher Moltisanti. You're only as good as your your last gambling pick. You know, god dang, what a stressful life. Drug dealers.
And they
stuff
always
like
say it's your buddy that comes for you.
You end up screwing somebody over, then everybody's against you.
Snitches get podcasts.
How about Robert Duvall died? God, he was 94. He had some bangers. God, oh my, and he directed. He had bangers. He was.
What was your favorite movie? Godfather?
Yeah, I like him as a cowboy. Lonesome Dove was badass. I liked him as a cowboy. Open Range was good. Oh, the war movie too.
Oh, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
I love the smell of napalm.
On. He's a shite kicker.
The problem with Apocalypse Now is he's in there for like 3 minutes.
That's right.
And like he has like 4 iconic lines, and he's an incredible character. But it's like it's so quick compared to just scene after scene after scene of Tom Hagen. Like that's the difference. It's like I love Apocalypse Now, but scene after scene of Tom Hagen, I don't know if I can confidently put.
I don't remember
a single Apocalypse Now or Godfather 1 and 2.
Oh no, Apocalypse Now.
Oh, okay.
I love the smell of napalm. In the
I know that line.
It's a great movie,
but I don't remember
I'll be
the
honest.
setup.
I'll be honest. Much like the movie, I lose all sense of time and plot the moment Dennis Hopper appears on screen. I lose all sense of what's going on in that movie, much like the actual movie also loses sense of what's going on in that moment.
Why? What's he?
Because that's when he gets upriver, and that's when we first get to Brando as Colonel Kurtz. Is like, I mean, he meets Hopper, and then it's probably what,
like
10
a
minutes?
different movie.
It's like 6 to 10 minutes before we really get the first bit of Brando. And as soon as you get Brando first on the screen, because the movie was a complete hellish thing to shoot as soon as Brando was there, because he was a fat loser who didn't feel like he needed to learn. He didn't feel like he needed to learn his lines or listen to the director. It's not like the director was a legend or anything. No big deal. Yeah. Hadn't made their careers at that point in the first place. And so it's kind of wild how the movie goes from there. But yeah, it's easy. It's got to be Tom Hagen. Got to be Tom Hagen.
Yeah, well, also the great Santini scored a few.
Yeah.
When he's throwing the ball at his son, scored a few. He was brilliant. But I always have respect for the small roles, like he had in Apocalypse Now, that could have stolen the movie. The other one that comes to mind for me is Put the Coffee Down.
He's just so, like, is there anyone better just being like a gruff bastard than he
was?
What
was that?
Like, he was so good at just being this,
what was
like,
that movie?
gravelly voiced bastard.
Alec Baldwin in Glengarry Glen Ross. You've heard of that, right?
Yeah, you brought that's your favorite movie.
It was just one scene, and he stole it.
Yes, I've seen that though.
And to me, like Apocalypse Now, I don't even know the name of the character. He's walking. There's bullets flying and bombs dropping. He walks through it like he doesn't even notice. Not one's gonna touch him. And he stole that movie. Guys that have little scenes, that their performance steals the show, a lot of respect.
I watched. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole about that the other day. Typed in best movie scenes, and that was on it. Glengarry Goss. That little scene,
brilliant.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. 94, 94 years old. Good for you.
This watch,
good for you.
This watch costs more than your car. That's who I am, pal.
God dang. Oh, man. And Jesse Jackson died. 84.
Civil rights icon.
Yep. Dang.
Has he been in movies?
Probably.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, a big, tall,
yeah,
he's handsome.
Himself, I would imagine.
They were showing video of him back in the day. Like, he's towered over everybody. Like, he looked like a movie star.
That's why he freaked people out.
He looked like a movie star.
Got himself a nice business going.
Yeah, he did. What was he worth? I wonder.
Well, I'll bet a lot. I'll bet a lot of money, but I don't have first-hand knowledge.
Wonder what he was worth.
But it'd be tough to find.
Only you could find out. Oh man. Yeah, two in a row. Usually they go 3.
See, I disagree with that. I think we had threes.
We had 3 last. No. We had 3 last time. We did, but we did. The third one was how about James Vanderbeek?
Once it's 3, then we start the count again, and we go, see, it was 3.
Do we?
It's an ongoing.
But
it's an ongoing body.
Do we count Jesse Jackson, Robert Duvall, and James Vanderbeek?
Okay, and
Now,
then
those are 3 monster stars.
but
Yeah.
someone else is coming, and then we'll count them, and we'll say, "See, it was 3." We just count them in threes and go.
I think a
"See,
week.
it's
I think
3."
a week is plenty. I think a week you could do that, and it's been a week.
Poor James Vanderbilt, young man,
Jesus,
family.
that's a. God Almighty, yeah, man. Like, cancer gets you, dude. There's a lot. Yeah, again, like there's a lot more people than you think affected by that just don't even tell anybody. They don't tell anybody.
Just want to, deal with.
I'm going to a funeral today, actually. Cancer again, get you, man. What do you? I mean, we have a lot of money getting thrown at the research, and it does. It's helped a lot more people, right? I mean, are people dying less of cancer now?
certain
Certain
cancer.
cancers, but then new ones
They have-
pop up.
They have gotten a hold on certain cancers.
God,
All you can do, live your life.
yeah, you can live your life, man. How's were you surprised Tyreek Hill got released, sir, Matthew?
No. I mean, old receivers who are, getting paid a ton of money, who are potentially problematic. It doesn't surprise me.
He wasted some years, man. That guy is super talented.
God, he's fast. Almost burned his house down. He went through some stuff. He probably lived a pretty crazy life, I would say.
Yeah.
Wonder how much coin he's got left. Was making like what, 90? Signed for 90, something like that. Made some good money.
You have a lot of kids.
Got a lot of
Or
kids, a couple baby
divorces.
mamas.
Could go.
They'll get you.
quickly.
That'll get
That's your number one responsibility. If you have kids, you got to take care of your kids.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes you put the Lambo on hold.
Oh, let's see. Shirty's next move is to a top-tier ACC team or the NBA.
I do feel
not
need
a
to point out-
meddling SEC team.
I do feel the need to point out that Tyreek Hill has had CPS called at him because his son broke his arm at 3 years old, and son was placed into Child Protective Services after that. So I don't know how much he's prioritizing his family life necessarily.
Was he neglectful in that?
Let me see here. The district attorney at the time released a statement saying that his office believed a crime had been committed, but the evidence did not allow them to determine the perpetrator. That the Kansas Department of Children and Families would continue to investigate. The following date audio recording of Hill and Espinal discussing the injury to their son as well as the subsequent exhumation was released. In the recording at service, Hill and his fiancée discussed their son's broken arm. She says that their son is scared of him, into which Hill responds, "You should be afraid of me too, bitch." As a result, the criminal
That's
investigation
not
into
nice.
Hill was reopened. On June 7th, prosecutors announced the case against Hill was still active. On June 10th, reports surfaced that the medical investigation showed his arm had been broken by accident in a way that indicated it happened as he braced for a fall. On July 9th, the fully unedited audio was released where Hill accused Espinal of lying about domestic violence accusations back in 2024 and about Hill breaking their son's arm. The NFL stated they had always had the full audio recording. On July 19th, the NFL released a statement saying that Hill would not be suspended. They had found no evidence that Hill had violated the personal conduct policy, but the incident would be re-examined if new evidence emerged.
Get the switch.
Let me tell you.
It is, of course, the 2014 domestic violence accusations and conviction being that he strangled Espinal.
Is that frowned upon?
Usually.
So people are on the lookout for abusive parents. I've told this story before. Years ago, Tyler's a toddler, falls down a couple of stairs,
Oh, geez.
hits his head. Anyone that had a young kid knows, like that little knot that happens. It's a safety, but it's a giant. So my wife said Tyler fell and sent me a picture. And I'm doing a game, and I'm like, and she said, I'm taking him to the ER. I'll meet you there. I just left the game. Anyway, we're there, and I'm suited up, and there's Mr. Hayes. Where did you come from? Were you done with work for the day? Like, they didn't know what it was, so I was at a game, and they were probing to see if Dad stopped by a bar on the way home and came home
Got a little
and beat
liquored
up
up.
his family, which
Wow.
was good.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I was fine with that. Then someone, came over and explained that I actually came from a Cardinals game. But they were on the lookout for that, which I was like, good for you.
I don't mind that. Yeah, I told you I never got spanked.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
And I was wild and crazy, as you guys both know, big time. I did kind of yell at my mom and maybe pushed her when I was young. And that's when my dad dragged me upstairs. And I don't think he didn't hit, but he didn't need to. What do you do? Scared the hell out of you. But yeah, he didn't have to.
So my dad, his nostrils would flare.
That's all I
like
needed.
he was gonna snap, and that scared me enough.
That's all I needed.
Oh no, my mom was terrifying, but she then sent the message. So she got your hands on you.
Like what?
Over the knee.
Yeah, all right.
Over the knee, and then just lay in for a minute.
Yeah, but when
when
you're 15, that's good.
Yeah. You got to put your foot down.
What age did that stop?
That's a good question. That's a damn good question.
Probably when I was a little kid. The last time corporal punishment was a thing in my house was when I was like 13, and I said something, and she turned around and she quite literally cracked the wooden spoon across my thigh when she hit me, and that was the first time. And she felt terrible. She started crying and was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you that hard." But yeah, she had a wooden spoon that she'd used for years, and she turned around and whack, and that thing split straight up the middle.
My dad got beat.
That thing split straight up the middle, all the way through the top curve part, and she was like, and she felt horrible. I think that was the last time that I ever got hit for doing something wrong.
I bet you if you asked
I was a big kid.
Our
too.
dads, if they got beat, I know they did.
My dad got his hand smacked by a ruler in by nuns.
See that
because he was a lefty.
I'm sorry.
So he would go to school. He would go to school as a little kid, and he tried to write lefty, and the nuns would smack his hand with a ruler. And then I guess he's literally right in the age where they stopped doing it because he's still a lefty now. So I assume by like second or third grade, there weren't any more nuns slapping his hand, so he was able to get away with writing lefty. But yeah, my dad had to deal with it the first couple of years when he was a really little kid, dealing with his knuckles getting wrapped with a ruler.
Not wanting, I don't know, forcing these kids in a different direction. How quick can you do that? You slap me in the freaking hand. I would hate you, and I would hate everything that you stand for, just like that.
If I'm a parent
What do you do?
and the teacher puts hands on,
Kidding me?
not good.
Oh.
Not good.
We got a little breaking news here, Jim,
Oh,
that I need you
boy.
to respond to.
Whoa, boy.
About
Whoa, boy.
8 months out from a potential from the CBA expiring, MLBPA no longer has an executive director. Tony Clark is resigning, as he announced today.
Wow.
8 months before the CBA expires, MLBPA no longer has their executive director, Ken Rosenthal and Andy McCulloch of the Athletic are reporting that Tony Clark is resigning.
Sammy the Bull was seen leaving, leaving Clark's home before the decision was announced.
Right when you got to do the work, you're retiring or resigning.
I mean, look, everything going on with the television coverage is sort of a distraction and something teams have to work through. MLB has to work through, but that's sort of small potatoes compared to what the collective bargaining agreement could be if it's not worked out.
Damn, man.
Do you think this just made things easier or harder before December?
I would guess easier. I hate to, I don't want to think easier, but right? Like,
I mean, he has kind of been, he has been fairly obstinate in the past. So yes,
but my thing is there's been leaks from owners.
Oh, he was supposed to start his annual camp tour today. Oh, that's okay. That makes me now really wonder what just happened. Because if they had things on the books for him to be a part of, then this isn't something that's been in the works for 2 weeks. This is something that happened in the last 48 hours. Maybe going back to like Friday.
Sammy the Bull said, "No, I told him. No, I told him let's put that trip on hold."
There will be a state BPA later on today. He says Gino's at the MLB to bring in a big guy who actually has a law degree and labor relations experience.
There have been leaks, correct, from owners saying some of these owners want to kill the union. I mean, like the owners are going to play hardball with this.
Yes.
Now, hearing from some of the veterans that I do because they on the podcast,
and they're smart, by the way. They understand that there's going to be Bryce Harper and a bunch of young people that he's convinced will one day be Bryce Harper. And then there's going to be a bunch of people who have been sitting in the middle ground of baseball for the last 10 years going, this has to change. And the other group, so they're trying to take advantage of the fact that there's a fracture within the MLBPA's members.
Right.
And that makes sense.
But I look at this also as if you're going to push the owners and cost them money, now's the time to.
Yes.
Because all of them took a haircut with the money they're getting for broadcast. So I wonder if that dynamic makes it more likely that they will reach some sort of agreement to avoid a work stoppage. Because everyone knows last time it happened, it took a while to get the fans back. Right now, baseball's in a tough position because of the television stuff going on. Gosh, I hope that doesn't happen. But it would call like Lance and Matt say the owners won't mind losing some early games, but if it isn't, they're going to lose a boatload of money, and they don't want to do that, and the players know that.
Jesus!
But you have guys sitting on $150 million, and then you have other guys worried about making a house payment. It's like everything else in the world; it's on fire.
Yep.
This world is on fire.
It is. Is it more on fire now?
I think it is.
I
think we know it's on fire more because of social media, and then those flames get stoked by bull crap that's posted on social media, trying to stir the pot, sometimes just basically making stuff up. So more people are more aware of what's going on. But I do think the stuff that's going on now seems pretty serious. The divide.
The
divide.
Was tough.
Real.
The crash, obviously 9/11. 90s were pretty good for the most part. Early 90s, a little bit of war action.
I mean, Hunter S. Thompson called 9/11 as the moment when it was all going to crumble. And I think he's gotten pretty much everything right. Hunter S. Thompson wrote for ESPN2 the day after 9/11 that Gen Z will be the first generation that will live a worse life than the generation before it. And statistically, he might have been off by a generation, but statistically, he's 100% correct. And his point was that once you start a war that will never end, your economy is now screwed, and the people who come after it will never be able to live the lives that came before it. And so far, he's kind of right about everything because housing prices have basically screwed over anybody late Gen Z and beyond. It's an entire millennial generation that's going to have trouble with it as well. And it might have been, and now we're dealing with right now political fallout that is 100% connected to agencies that were created because of 9/11.
Well, good thing most people have over $2 million saved away to give to their kids. I can't wait for my dad to give me mine.
So I thought it was the average adult between like 30 and 50 right now in America has like $600 in savings.
No retirement. And by the way,
and it's like
Social Security is set to go bankrupt in how many years?
They have to get back. I don't know. They keep
and like
it.
The age of buying a house has gone way up since at least 30 years ago.
Now there are two schools of thought. Used to be buying a home is the best way to accrue wealth, right? Because the money isn't going to someone else. It's going in an investment, basically, that will maintain worth. Other people believe home ownership, and I'm only going by things I've read in the New York Post but there's people in the Mamdani administration that believe individual home ownership is a backbone of racism.
What do you think about that, Rod?
And that's why I don't read the New York Post.
Well, they did say it. But that's sort of a Marxist view. I mean, that's not just a shout in the dark. The Marxism believes that they're communal. It should be owned by a government providing it for everyone, not individuals owning property. That is
Waino's cleared my basement out. Somebody wants to come stay there.
There you go.
There's a kitchen down there, bathroom, shower.
Could rent it out.
Could rent it out.
But isn't that sort of
Doors open?
Agreed. It's out of reach now. Like, hopefully the rates will go down and things will, at some point, at least level off. But home ownership is like the American dream. It's just too far out of reach for some.
It is.
But it's not a bad thing. Home ownership.
No.
Individual property.
When I was
It's not
buying
a
my
bad
first
thing.
home in the early 2000s compared to what trying to do it now, COVID didn't help with stuff.
Well, I mean, the mortgage rates have gone through the roof, right? I mean, got 2% for a while now. It's coming down.
Yeah.
Probably needs to come down more.
Yes.
But also the supplies to build.
Yes.
Lumber and
Yep.
things have skyrocketed.
Big time.
All of these
Yep.
things factor in. Also,
Oh, trying to build a home. Ooh. I've had nightmare stories of some of my buddies building a home.
No
Nightmare. You've heard stories too. I've heard stories from players and stuff just trying to build. Just
it's not easy.
It ain't easy. Not worried about them. You'll be fine. You got to wait an
Yeah.
extra whatever. You're okay. I'm talking about people that this is their livelihood. This is their first home. This is what they put all their eggs into. And it keeps boom. Man, I've heard some actually, Jimmy, horror stories now I think about it.
I knew a guy.
I mean,
I know a guy who the builder just stopped building.
Yeah.
Stopped. You know why? Because the bid that they put out to get the job was at a different time. Things went up and they realized, I'm going to lose money on this. Walk away. Legally, you can't do that. You got a contract.
But then you have to go through that's a pain.
And they
in the ass.
know
That's
you
a
want to spend money on lawyers.
There it is. Yeah, building a house right now, I don't know. I remember my dad going through it when we lived way out there, and that was in the 90s. And I remember, that was a pain in the ass. Oh, the stress. I remember hearing him. And that even just walking around, like I remember my dad and my Uncle Danny, when they were building their houses, oh my God, they were so miserable to be around. Walking, looking at every little detail, doing this, and you kind of have to be that way.
Have to.
Man, when I was young and I was kind of I need to get my kitchen done in my house. And I remember I had this all planned out. I had this company doing it. They kind of sponsored a couple things. I got a good deal on it. And I remember coming home and they were about to do something completely different. And I go, what are you doing? Right before they started knocking out stuff that's kind of, you can't reverse. I go, what are you doing? They're like, well, isn't this what you want? I go, no, I wanted this all flow through this way. And I caught them just in the nick of time. If I wouldn't have came more hours, that would have been dead. We just talked about this. I don't know. Just little things like that.
How about this? I paid for the extra waterproofing. And the first road trip in our new house, after a big rain, water's pouring into my basement.
Hey.
And I had to go get on a plane. And I said, "Oh, you get out here now, or I'm moving my family out, and we're going to handle this in court." To his credit,
he did it. Sometimes that happens.
Backhoes and tractors and all this stuff, and fixed it. Sometimes builders don't, though.
As a homeowner, I think besides a fire, the worst things you could come home to is your basement being flooded. Oh, yeah. That happened to Kate and I the other day. We had to rip up everything down there.
The worst thing in the world, man.
Ripped up everything. We're like, what the F is this? Then we look at our neighbors. They just put a pool in. I'm thinking maybe the line of water, because
it's useful to know that just the other day for Cam apparently is a time span of like a year and a half to 2 years.
I don't know. I just
you said just the other day, and then you proceeded to tell a story that you told me 8 months ago as it was new.
Am I repeating the story?
Then.
I'm just
telling a little bit.
We're just talking about what we thought it was all kinds of different stuff.
You just said the other day, and then you started to tell a story that you told me like 6 months ago, and I was very confused.
But I did some yard work, and I must have hit one of the lines for the grass, and it was flooding right down, and that's when we finally figured that out, which is good.
I think you were arguing against nobody. You were arguing against yourself.
We walked down there.
What was that? Stole my line. I used to say that.
Where is he? How's he doing?
P-Shave is doing great.
You can't have the most like mundane
No, I
combination of words.
No, I
and
said-
it's my
keep it.
line.
No, I used to say all the time, stop arguing with yourself. You're arguing with
He
yourself.
said you're arguing against yourself.
Same thing.
Well, see, this
But
is the problem,
P-Shave-
Jim.
P-Shave,
Copyrights.
one of our favorite at spring training, which I'm not going here,
What?
on 1 year, Lutina's pizza place went out of business. I saw it online, and so I tweeted that, and then Shaver's like, "This is terrible," and he said he said he wasn't going to spring training, and he showed me a picture of him with his kids, and he goes, "This is my world," and I go, "It's a good world."
It is a good world, and you could do a lot of work at home.
Doing good.
And he could do a lot of his work at home, which is good. You know, you got the two little ones cruising
You
around.
got two little ones,
Good for you, man.
and he's
Keep
loving
doing your thing.
and he's loving it.
We want you to have a ton of kids. We want people like you to have
I
a
do
ton.
miss seeing him, though.
I do too.
With his dead eyes.
How about those new city flag rule updates? City flag rule updates.
No political stuff.
Yeah, see the guy.
Oh, really?
The guy in the MAGA hat last year has caused them to batten down the hatches and
So
get
they
rid of,
need-
get
so
rid of
city-
all the rules.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're a corporation that doesn't feel like getting sued by a bunch of people, so they went, okay, fine, we'll kowtow to your
Yeah.
demands.
It's probably
You
the
don't get to
smart.
have anything.
It's probably the smart thing.
Yeah, they're going to do it for 2 years and then immediately rescind this rule and stop enforcing it in year 3. Because that's what you do. You give the people who are getting the publicity, you give them their publicity.
He just.
You don't sue us, and then a year in, you pull back the actual rules.
The
and
only thing I would
regulations.
not want is having a flag in front of me so I can't see the gosh dang pitch.
Well, people put it.
They're not putting flags in
People
front of
put
people.
the flag. They hang the flag down in front of them where they stand.
It's not blocking anyone's
Jesus, Cam,
Just
you
have-
blue-haired bitty.
They made a
Wait,
decision.
wait, wait.
blue-haired.
If you
bitty.
can't wear a MAGA hat, it's a political
I know.
thing, but then you can't
Can't
have
have
any
other
political.
Okay, it's not.
They
Okay,
didn't-
They're
wait.
just trying to be fair.
And they didn't kick him out because he was wearing a MAGA hat. They kicked him out because they received over a dozen complaints from the people in his section that he was being rude and obnoxious, and he was ruining their viewing experience. That's why he got kicked out. Now you can
Well,
argue
he's a jackass.
You can argue those people were lying and they were saying that he was ruining their viewing experience because he had the MAGA hat on. But the bottom line is, when a stadium gets a bunch of complaints from people in a
You gotta put your foot down.
section, and they say this guy is being rude and obnoxious and ruining our experience, that's why they kicked him out. He then said, "You're kicking me out because I like Donald Trump," which I don't think is true.
I thought they said he had to take his hat off.
Well, yeah, I don't remember that. He
That's
said,
what-
Well, I thought that was the whole
I'm asking-
thing.
He said he
I
was
thought
being
they
kicked
said
out.
that you
I
have
thought
to
that was
take
the
your
whole
hat
thing.
off or you have to go.
I thought that was the whole
Maybe
thing.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
I think I honestly think that's what he claimed was being told to him. I was told
thought there was
I
video.
was told that they got multiple complaints about his actions in that section,
Man.
and that's why they sent security down there.
Okay, if that's I don't know.
Well, then
I
that's
don't
a
remember
completely
they
different-
said
But again, you have
take
to
your hat off or you have to.
That's
Go.
what happens. Like people are like trying to indict the franchise over this. Is like, guys, like this is like I people just they
So
like
it's a complete lie.
They like to think no, it wasn't a complete lie. What happened happened.
But okay. But I
he
thought
got kicked out, and he thought the reason was
I
because
thought
of his,
there was
his
video
hat.
where they said you got to take your hat off.
I could be wrong. I just don't. I'm just now
I
relaying
could-
what I was.
that's what I
was
thought the
told,
whole
what I
thing was about.
told
I could be wrong,
why
too.
they sent
We
security
talked about
there
this, I thought.
was now again. If people said that he was being disrupted because he had a hat on, those people are cowards and should not be
Yeah,
reporting
okay.
someone just for
Yeah,
wearing a hat. Now, if he's being an ass while wearing a hat, those are two separate
Yes.
things. I guess they could be connected, but I just like maybe people were
He
giving
could
him
be an
crap
ass.
because of the hat and he was being an ass. I don't know. My bottom line is that like people have to understand that sports teams are businesses. And the problem is people just want their sports team to be the 26 people that are on the team. And it's the same thing why people now are bitching about the new jerseys, where it's like people just don't want a business to operate like a business. Which they have to make this move because it's smart to not have restrictions that are going to get you sued. They made a different jersey because they're trying to market stuff and get people to buy new things and get people to like be interested in the team that aren't. It's just there's a lot of arms of a sports team. It's not just the people playing on the court or on the ice or on the pitch, whatever you want to call it. It's also there's more marketing members are employed by the team than there are players, but the team also employs a bunch of lawyers. And so it's just like the team is a business, and expecting them to be able to make everybody happy at all times
It's a hard thing to do.
No business can pull it off. Every business pisses off a group at all times. Either you're not left enough or you're not right enough, and no one's happy. I think we can probably pull this back and simplify it, which is just go watch soccer.
The Tina Turner jersey.
You want to go to Rock? You want to go to break right now?
Yeah, we got to talk some high school hockey.
Let's do it, baby. We're going to go to break. Don't go anywhere. Hot Take Central 2.0.
St. Louis, meet your new daily companion, the Lou Information Station app. Listen live anywhere, anytime with one click. Dive into live or on-demand content. It's the fastest way to stay connected to the conversations that matter in the Lou. Just search Lou Information Station in the App Store or Google Play and download it free today. The Lou Information Station app. Crystal clear St. Louis talk 24/7.
Yo, I got a key to the front door, badge to the back, 100 little problems and they all attack. I'm the boss, the backup plan B, C, and D. If it breaks, guess what? Who's fixing it? Me? I'm the meeting, the marketing, the late night grind. The day we pay that bill, panic on my mind. Yeah, I started this dream with a big old plan. Now I'm the whole department in the one-man band. CEO doesn't mean chief everything officer.
Delegate like a boss, because you are one.
Contact Morgan Pinnacle Group to learn more.
At Commercial Technology Solutions, we are all about solutions. We pledge that our sales staff will listen carefully to your needs and propose a solution customized to your business. Our services and tech support are second to none. When you establish your relationship with Commercial Technology Solutions, you can have confidence that your tech needs are in the hands of St. Louis's best. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois, 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A man who worked at an apartment complex in Maryland Heights is charged after allegedly making terroristic threats last week. Police say 25-year-old Liam Green of O'Fallon told coworkers he would bring a gun to work and kill himself and others at the Neo Vantage Point Apartments. Later said he was joking. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office brought charges. A teen was killed and another seriously hurt in a crash on Sunday night on Interstate 64 in Town and Control said a 17-year-old driver lost control of an Audi on westbound I-64 near Route 141 and went off the road. An 18-year-old passenger later died at the hospital. Troopers say she was not wearing a seatbelt. The St. Louis Battlehawks begin their new season on March 28th. They'll debut new modernized uniforms. The home uniforms will feature a new bold blue design with Battlehawks across the chest. Silver away uniforms include STL on the front and a more prominent gateway arch on the sleeves. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Cloudy and windy today. A few gusts around 30 miles an hour. No rain, though. We'll have a high in the mid-60s. For the overnight hours, a slim chance of shower and our overnight low in the upper 50s. Wind will stay pretty gusty. We're right back to sunshine on Wednesday, low 70s and breezy. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
The Lou Information Station presents coverage of the Mid-States Hockey Playoffs, presented by Vantage Credit Union. Game coverage includes Founders Cup, Wickenheiser Cup, and Challenge Cup games, including each division's championship. Tune in or log on to the Lou Info YouTube channel. Mid-States Playoffs are presented by Vantage Credit Union and by Mattingly Lumber, WashU Medicine Orthopedics, and by Kenny Reinhold with Caldwell Banker Realty Gundaker.
When you buy a hot tub, you want more than bubbles. You want value that lasts. At St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, their low overhead means premium American-made products priced better than the competition and the best price guarantee in town. They'll beat any local dealer on a comparable model. With over 38 years in business and 400-plus five-star reviews, you can trust they'll be there to service your spa long after the sale. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. Highest quality, best price. Visit besthotTubPrices.com today.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it, fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor: orange, mango, blackberry, lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen.
The most perfectly bred athlete ever.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Control 2.0, Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing. And we have a guest today, Craig Ragland from the Mid-States Hockey Club Association, the president. Craig, how you doing, Craig? How you doing, bud?
I'm doing well this morning, Cam. How are you?
Doing all right, man. Doing okay. You know, some big hockey coming up here. You know, the Blues aren't playing, but you got some big high school games coming up here. Tell us about it a little bit.
We got a lot of big games coming up. We've got this week, we've got the finals of our Founders Cup, which is the third tier of our playoffs. And then starting tonight, we have the Challenge Cup, was top tier, and Wickenheiser Cup, second tier. Start our quarterfinals. It'll be played tomorrow night around the St. Louis rinks. And then we get to the semifinals for the 17 on Friday and Saturday night. We'll have 4 games Friday night, 2 on the NHL rink, 2 on the USA Hockey rink. Any of those games simultaneous, and then we have our big Super Saturday coming up this weekend. We'll start 4 games on the USA rink out at Centene. I think starting around 1 o'clock, and we'll play 2 WIC games to decide who's going to play in our championship game, and then 2 Challenge Cup games to determine our championship. And the WIC championship is Thursday the 26th at Centene, and the Challenge is Friday the 27th. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Challenge Cup championship out at Centene, but we sell out that USA rink of about 3,300 people in there watching high school hockey.
Oh, yeah, it's a great atmosphere. No, I remember going, and Jimmy did this too. We did sideline reporting.
Sidelines
back in the day.
And I've been as a spectator to support some friends of ours, kids, you know, their kids playing, and it was an unbelievably good environment. I got to ask you, you've been like part of the Mid-States for over 15 years, and it just seems like it's growing and growing, more teams, more excitement about the games. What has the growth been like?
It's been crazy. We see a lot of kids coming through youth hockey now. We see a lot of kids in 7th and 8th grade in development league. I think that's right to the 2019 Blues winning the Stanley Cup. Missouri hockey as a whole, we're seeing a growth in kids playing. We've got 35 varsity teams now, 36. I think we had 32 JV teams this season. So it's very healthy. We've got clubs coming back that haven't played in a few years. We've got other clubs that are trying to get back playing JV, but it's a good brand of hockey, high school hockey here in St. Louis.
I tell you what's funny. You say you got a lot of kids coming and starting to play hockey because of winning the Stanley Cup, and then you get obsessed with it. And that's like with us, the 90s kids, when Brett Hall came on the scene. You know, I went to Eureka High School. They didn't even talk about hockey. Now I see that they got a game coming up here against Prairie. I love seeing that. They put that organization together not too long ago. But it's funny how these kids want to play hockey when something big happens, and it's always good to have a relevant team here.
It is. To talk about Eureka, they were in the round robin of the Wickenheiser. They had the very last game of round robin last Monday. They had to beat Francis Howell by 3 goals to make it out of round robin into the quarterfinals, and they did just that. Their backs were against the wall. They did that.
Man, good for them.
Great hockey. Yeah, great hockey.
Now, DeSmet's going for 4
Oh.
straight Challenge Cup champions, first round bye. Tell us about the level of talent in the Challenge Cup, because I know more and more guys go on to the next level from high school hockey here in St. Louis. Tell us about some of the talent that'll be on display.
I tell you, DeSmet, you're going to see some young talent. They've got some outstanding sophomores that are big contributors. I think going into this year, I thought maybe there was a chance that DeSmet would drop off a little bit because they graduated a lot of good seniors. But everyone in Mid-States has been impressed with the sophomore class. They are the class organization. It's like you said, they're going for the 4-peat. There hasn't been a 4-peat in Mid-States since CBC did it in 2014 to 2018. The next best team, which is the number 2 seed, Chaminade, they've got great young talent as well. They made it to the championship last year. I think these kids are hungry. I think they stand a good chance to make the championship. We could have a repeat of last year. I would not be surprised if Chaminade doesn't bring home their first Mid-States championship in program history.
So the level of play is outstanding, but to put something like this on, right, you got to have a lot of people working behind the scenes and a lot of volunteers. Tell us about that.
A lot of volunteers. We have a volunteer board. We have 13 members on our board, and a lot of people wear 2 hats, at least. We've got commissioners. We got people that are on the rules committee. We got people that are disciplinary committee. We have to do that too. But it probably this event this weekend and the championship, volunteer wise, we'll probably have about 30 people at each game doing different work, doing different things.
Nonstop working. And it is nice. You brought up Centene. It's just such a beautiful rink. And you look around St. Louis, and again, growing up early 90s, you had a sprinkle of rinks throughout the St. Louis area. You still had, but they were few and far between. Now you're getting these monster three rink buildings being built all over the place. Another big one right down in Chesterfield by the airport down there. The new Car Shield facility is magnificent, but that place is going to be loud. I remember you guys having this at different places throughout the years, but I'm telling you, that Centene rink, when you pack it in like that, it gets loud and it's fun to play some hockey there.
For years we had it downtown, and I think the most we ever had was 7,000 people. But when you get 7,000 people downtown, it's still an empty arena.
Yeah.
It's a sellout. It was a few years ago. I was talking with the president of St. Louis U High, and he's a big hockey supporter. He's from Canada. He was a principal, president in Canada, and in Denver that had high school hockey. And he said the atmosphere at that championship game that he was at, it was a few years ago when SLU won. He goes, that's the best. It's the best atmosphere at any high school hockey game he's been in Denver or Canada.
Yeah, I look back and see some of these games, these high school games, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I wish I would have been able to play high school hockey in front of all my friends in the school, and then having a good game, and then going back to school, and that next Monday, I don't know, walk around class, everybody saw you score a goal.
Crowd goes crazy.
Crowd goes crazy. Yeah.
It is, Cam. And you know what? We have throughout the season, kids have to make a lot of choices, or their coaches make choices for them that are playing Tier 1 or Central States hockey. They have to go out of town and miss a high school game. This is the second year Missouri Hockey has worked with all the organizations to provide scheduling so that we'd have kids don't have to make a choice anymore. 3 or 4 years ago, I had a coach come up to me and go, can we move our game from Saturday night? He goes, I got a senior who's going to be out of town. This could be his last game. This kid's tore up. He doesn't want to miss what his last game is. And I've been working with Chris Durso and several others, and we've got that solved, which is why we see the Wickenheiser Cup and the Challenge Cup quarterfinals, semifinals all in 1 week. It used to be spread out, but we give these kids a chance. It's our student athletes. They're not overloaded. They don't have to make a choice. They're not playing a ton of games. This is a big time for the Tier 1 kids and Central State kids. February, they've got their high school playoffs. They've got their league playoffs. They're playing for regionals. We've really spaced that out, and all the organizations working together on that to avoid the conflicts. And that's give us a better product from the quarterfinals on for the WIC and the Challenge Cup.
That's awesome, the way you guys work that out. So 590 has been carrying games throughout the season. We'll have more of the playoff games to come. But if someone wants tickets to go see this at Centene, how do they do that?
Well, everything up until the Challenge Cup championship games, you're going to be able to buy tickets at the door. We can go to our Mid-States website, which is midstateshockey.us, and you can buy online tickets through GoFan app. You're going to pay a little more, and you're going to pay at the door. The Challenge Cup, it always sells out. The schools will take a big chunk of the tickets, and we'll have some tickets available through the app, probably a couple of days before the game. But that's, head out to Centene Friday night or Saturday. You're going to see some good hockey. I keep telling people, a few years ago, I watched USA women's team play Canada out at Centene when they were here for a couple of series. And it just really reading stories about the the USA women's soccer team. They scrimmage against, select boys teams that are U16 teams. I think the two teams that end up in the Challenge Cup finals probably give the women's Olympic hockey team a run for the money. If not,
Yeah, that's and they're kicking ass, by the way. They're steamrolling everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They're steamrolling everybody. A couple local girls too, which is really, really cool. But yeah, hey man, Craig, you're doing a good job putting this whole thing together. We'll see you down at Centene, and we'll let the people know.
Appreciate you guys' support.
All right. Talk soon, bud.
Thanks. Bye.
All righty. Yeah, let's do it. Craig Ragland, Mid-States Hockey Association.
You're
president.
a hockey fan. Go see that.
Yeah,
Go see some of that. It's
yeah,
really
I know.
fun. It's really
Just all the kids, it's all their buddies in the stands going crazy. It gets physical. There's chirping like no other. They crush each other.
The skill level's pretty high.
Really high.
I was really impressed.
That is interesting what he said, though. That DeSmet would beat. Oh yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's go to break. We will be back. Don't go anywhere. Hot Take Central 2.0.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Radio News. I'm John Summers. Civil rights activist, pastor, and two-time presidential candidate Jesse Jackson has died at the age of 84. His family announced his passing overnight. In a statement, they remembered him as an icon whose unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions. The outpouring of support for the family of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie continues as the search for a mother entered its third week.
Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home in Tucson, Arizona, February 1st, triggering thousands of leads and uplifting messages from people all across the country.
You may not know someone personally, but there's power. And
we love each other and we need to support each other in these hard times.
We can still bring her home.
Savannah Guthrie posted a new video on Instagram Sunday in which she pleaded with whoever took her mother to do the right thing.
It's never too late.
Investigators are focusing on DNA evidence, text glove found near the scene. Doorbell video. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
Iran's actively pursuing a nuclear agreement with the U.S. Iran and the U.S. hold nuclear talks in Geneva today, which President Trump spoke about Monday on Air Force One.
Typically, Iran's a very tough negotiator. They're good negotiators, or bad negotiators. I would say they're bad negotiators because we could have had a deal instead of sending the B-2s in to knock out their nuclear potential.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon has deployed a second aircraft carrier to the region as the White House weighs military options if talks are unsuccessful. The state of Oregon backs a lawsuit against the federal government over actions ICE took against demonstrators. The Oregon Attorney General's office provided evidence from a January 31st demonstration outside the Portland ICE building. ICE agents fired tear gas and pepper balls at the crowd. The evidence supports a lawsuit filed by the ACLU. From America USA Radio News.
Commerce moves fast. Your business should too. If you're not on the first page of search results, you're losing customers. Out of sight, out of mind is true. Don't let that be you. iLocal.net has helped local businesses dominate search results since 2009. For a limited time, iLocal.net is offering website analysis to improve the online presence of your business. Local business owners across the U.S. turn to iLocal.net to improve their search engine rankings. Search engines are constantly changing their algorithms. You need the professionals who know how to use those changes to benefit your business. Don't hope for new customers. Get found and be chosen. Call 888-699-2407 for your free website analysis. Don't wait. Call 888-699-2407. That's 888-699-2407 for your free website analysis. Call 888-699-2407.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. That's 800-298-0306.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat. But I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
Yo, I got a key to the front door, badge to the back, 100 little problems and they all attack. I'm the boss, the backup plan B's, B, and D. If it breaks, guess what? Who's fixing it? Me? I'm the meeting, the marketing, the late night grind. The deal we pay that bill, panic on my mind. Yeah, I started to dream with a big old plan. Now I'm the whole department in the one-man band. CEO doesn't mean Chief Everything Officer.
Delegate like a boss, because you are one.
Contact Morgan Pinnacle Group to learn more.
Her next chapter, with Karen Maurer, financial advisor with Trilogy Financial, is the weekly conversation that helps women financially and emotionally prepare for, move through, and thrive in life's transitions. If you're facing a turning point, whether it be reinvention, loss, or something in between, this is your place to move forward. Her next chapter, live on the Lou Information Station, Sunday mornings at 9, and on demand wherever you get your podcasts. Follow along and step into what matters most, your next chapter.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yo! 907 in Kirkwood, Missouri. Jay Randolph Jr. Studios, Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Janssen, Jim the Cat Hayes, Brody Herman, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing. Get him in. Actually, Gino said something pretty interesting here. Experts in the early 2026, Gen Z is identified as the first generation in over 100 years to record lower average IQ, cognitive, and academic test scores than their predecessors. Cool.
Way to feel your kids, guys.
Oh, way to go.
Is that COVID related?
Ooh,
Good job failing your children. Oh, great job.
Everyone says that the COVID shutting down.
Great job failing your children. You guys, your generation just did a bang up job on the
Way
world.
to go.
Fantastically done. Thank you.
Isn't this COVID
Thank
related?
you.
Right? They said that the
Yeah,
shutting down the schools.
What generation is Fauci from?
Set back the educational
millennial.
process of kids across the board.
Interesting.
No, I don't.
That's what you get for not beating up Anthony Fauci more in grade school, Jim.
That's what you get.
Jesus Christ, do your job.
That's what you get. Anthony Fauci.
Let this guy have a shot at Fauci. You don't hate many people.
Yeah, I know.
But you hate
Don't
Fauci.
like him. Don't like him. Oh, let's see here. Oh, did we just talk about, I guess, Tyson's fighting Mayweather again? Stupid.
Oh, my God.
Brody, are you interested in seeing that one?
No.
Brody's here, everyone.
No, not really. I mean, it's two legends and it's great, but I don't really have any interest in it.
Nope. We're just talking. I'm not watching Jake Paul fight anybody else either.
Oh.
It's over. He looked like a buffoon.
Yeah, he
It's
certainly
over.
did.
Now you just got exposed, and
That's why
I needed
guarantee
that. I
was-
needed that.
My guarantee was that fight wouldn't happen because Joshua was too closely removed from being a legitimate
Going
contender,
hard.
right?
Yep.
And I thought Paul did a nice job against other, you know,
knock some guys out.
other
I mean, you know,
entertainers
sure.
and whatever, and maybe guys who are 50. Like this was a guy who could hurt a legitimate contender to this day, and Paul showed he ain't that.
He ain't that.
No, he is not.
And he looked foolish. And then Anthony Joshua looked like a stud. People are like, there's a lot of people that don't really know him over here. And then they saw him for the first time. They're like, what is that? Scotto, he's a monster.
I think a lot of people in the United States don't know a lot about boxing these days. Can anybody even name the boxing heavyweight champion? I can. Don't.
No, we just did the other day. It was God.
See, that's
God
the point I was
dang it.
talking about.
Who's a heavyweight champion?
Alexander Usyk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was retired though, but apparently he's not. And Fury's trying to get a third fight.
No,
with
I'm sure he
Usyk, right?
is. I'm no doubt. That's the only really heavyweight
Tyson
fight that
Fury,
closes
to me. To me, he was legit, but he played around too much with his legacy and
Pretty
waited
much.
too long. Got big again. I know he fights at a certain weight, but he could have gone down as an undefeated boxing champion, which is rare. And I thought
There's no such thing as a retirement in boxing, Jimmy.
well, Marciano did it.
That's true.
There are guys that have done it. Now, look, I say keep fighting, keep playing, keep pitching, whatever it is until you feel you're done. I'm not judging that. But I'm not even talking about Fury retiring. Like, there was too much space between his fights,
Oh.
and he's not a kid anymore, and I thought he wasted time. And I thought Wilder was better than he was because Wilder has lost some fights
Yes, he
that
has.
are shocking.
He's going crazy.
Yes, he has.
He looked like an idiot the other day.
Oh, no.
Tough guy. And then you're,
Oh.
the hell was he talking about? Did you see the full interviews?
I saw
He went
was weeping,
psycho.
right? He was weeping.
Jesus. Yeah, man. Maybe he's concussed.
But
dude.
here's the thing about Wilder: he can punch, and there's always what they call a puncher's chance.
Right.
So depending on who he's in with, I just think he also has a rock'em sock'em robot chin himself.
Fun turn of phrase.
It's true.
What's that?
That's a fun turn of phrase. You should use it more often.
What?
A puncher's chance?
There you go.
See, Jim, the idea, man. Hayes, you see this?
Did you
Yeah,
patent
puncher's
that?
chance?
I didn't make that.
It's a substantial hole.
No.
There it is. Thank you.
There we go.
I like it when Rock makes me laugh at myself.
Oh, that's not good.
I like when Rock smiles.
Yeah, it's a good thing
He's
when
got a good
Rocchio's
smile.
smiling. Yes, he does.
I like when he's smiley and chirpy.
Yes.
That's the best Rocchio. Smiley, chirpy. You know?
Yeah.
Would you vote for Rock if he was running for office?
Of course. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? Matthew Rocchio any day of the week.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't do that.
What I do?
Don't, if I'm stupid enough to run for office, do me a favor. RFK.
What would
do me a favor?
RFK.
Take me out before I even hit election day. If I'm
You mean
stupid
in
enough
a kitchen
to run
You
for
want me to-
something,
you want me to
yes.
just
When
off you in a kitchen?
Yes, off me in the kitchen after a speech. Take me out before election
God.
day. I should not be. I should not be running for anything. In fact, I believe most people who run for power are exactly the people who should never have it.
You took over Twitter. You're the king of Twitter, Rock.
That's Charlie Marlowe.
I was an alderman.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm
I was
aware.
an alderman.
I'm aware.
I don't want anybody digging up my past.
I'm well aware what you were, Jimmy.
Oh,
They find all kinds of
Feel
weird
free
stuff.
to dig on me.
You know.
What did you do?
Wow, there's probably pictures.
No, would
and
Lou
stuff.
Amarillo endorse you,
Oh,
Cam?
I didn't do anything
He
bad.
did twice.
What did he do? He's the one person in this room who's been covered by TMZ.
That's something that
Yeah,
that knocks you out of an election.
Not in 2025, 2026, whatever year it is.
Yeah, I didn't really post anything on Twitter, I don't think, back in the day.
Something like that did get Gary Hart though back in the day. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I mean, back in the
Yeah.
90s, that those things used
But
to
he-
matter.
You're a married man. You don't.
Back in the 90s, those things used to matter.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My Twitter, I think if they went back and
No,
looked,
you're
that'd be okay.
Cam, you're fine. You can pay a porn star. You're fine.
Oh my god! Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And a show legendary for coughs.
Oh,
That might be the
wow.
greatest one ever.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Did you do that, Cam?
Oh my
In
god!
fairness, he's just reacting.
Oh, Brody, that was a big one.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way, there was some more news on the first hour story about Tony
What?
Clark, Jeff Passan
Okay.
tweeting out.
He's resigning.
Find it.
We got-
Yes, that's. There's additionally some reporting here
Oh my.
from Passan. Sources are saying that Clark's resignation comes in the wake of the Eastern District of New York's investigation into potential improprieties at the union.
Oh, here we go.
It's always something. No.
What?
Oh.
It's not great when you got the Eastern District of New York coming after you. Yes,
Oh my.
they usually get their guy.
Here we go. Collective bargaining agreement negotiations begin.
No, I think in fact they're probably going to have to be put off for a month or two.
Probably, but see, it's all stalling, Rock.
Let me ask you this,
So I
Rob.
think probably if we have to go back to our original segment, we probably have to say this is probably bad for the labor relations, because had this been a proactive move with the purpose of, as Gino said, getting somebody in with more experience or with a clean slate, doesn't have the baggage or the history of comments that Tony Clark has, that all could have been a positive in favor of the negotiations. This is now just going to put it's going to put the PA in a bad light legally. Everyone's going to be questioning their motives.
Let me ask
this is bad.
because we've seen this political retribution lawfare, as they call it. Is it possible that they were like, Tony's kind of a pain? Can you find something on that guy?
Oh man,
It's always possible, yeah.
Probably.
damn.
Find something on that guy.
Yeah.
Marcus Simeon, one of the players on the MLB PA executive subcommittee, I'm now reading from Jorge Castillo, who is an ESPN baseball reporter's Twitter,
Yep.
said he found out about Tony Clark's resignation. Jesus Christ, man. I almost flipped that badly. Tony Clark's resignation after a team meeting this morning. He said it's quote unquote hard to process. He said he's under the impression that Clark resigned because of ongoing investigation into alleged financial improprieties. And that appears to be the report.
Damn.
Yeah. Things are getting interesting, Rock, in these negotiations.
Simeon said it was quote unquote hard to process the news because it is very hard to see, because Tony has meant a lot to me. This came out with no discussion with the reps.
How many conversations do you think Marcus Simeon and Tony Clark have actually had?
3.
I think there's a chance they've had a bunch. Like,
Oh, come
there's-
on. He meant a lot to me. Like he's somehow a parent.
Oh, maybe.
How do you know? I mean, you can't parse the potential personal relationship that Marcus Simeon and Tony Clark had. You don't know how people
Please
become friends. I mean,
Cam, how often did you talk to an
do you-
NHLPA rep? I'm just curious.
On the team, the reps that are on the team.
No, I'm saying, on the team.
Well, he's on your team. Us talking about it. I mean, I went through 2 lockouts, so I mean, you're having meetings all the time.
Right, but did you ever talk about like the head of the NHL Players Association?
Would come in and talk to all the teams a lot.
Well, he's one of the 8 people who works with him on a daily basis, like or on like a daily weekly basis to like talk about how the player. He's literally on the subcommittee of 8 people who work with Tony Clark as players. So him having a relationship with Tony Clark is extremely reasonable.
And you would,
think
that they're getting their ducks in a row now ahead of this whole thing. Anyway.
Yeah, something tells me that him and Tony Clark have probably had a lot of conversations over the last few months.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure.
Damn, man. Did you guys already cover the video of Michael Jordan with that boy at Daytona? Yeah, no, that's nothing. I think the kids, in fact, I think
your reaction to it is very different right now than it was yesterday, Cam.
Well, it looked weird.
Well, what have you read that it makes you think it wasn't what you thought it was?
Because they know each other, and he had ice under, and he was trying to get that ice out of his pants, and it still looks a little odd. But I think it's actually, is he related?
One of the guys. It's one of the guys he's a partners with in the racing team's kid. That's why he was there down in the level in the celebration.
Are you saying I'm wrong that looked weird?
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. Now it looked weird. I'm saying that the
context is king.
The fact that there was a bunch of ice and stuff caught in his shirt is what the people who are reporting.
That helped out. But at the beginning, I said it looks odd. That's it.
Yeah, to me, I was wondering, like, just show that video, and I saw it on Twitter, and people like, this is weird. I didn't know the context. It wouldn't look weird if maybe I knew some details. Just saying.
Just saying.
There you go.
There you go.
You know, fine. Just saying. No, I
was also asking about the shooting in the hockey rink.
Oh God, that hit hard, dude. Seeing that, holy cow!
I couldn't look at the
video. The players tried to escape behind the bench, but apparently, I'm thinking that there was no those doors were locked, and they probably knew that, and they skated back out. They knew where their locker room was on the cross. That's why they went across the ice and they barricaded themselves in the locker room. That whole thing was weird. And that dude, who is a weirdo, I felt bad for his family, but apparently he was going to all the games, making a scene for a while now. Like, just talk about bizarre behavior. Like, bring weights in there, and while his kids playing, like, Jesus Christ. You know,
and he killed his wife and one of his kids. Is that correct? I mean,
shooting at him. There was a hero involved, by the way. If you really look at the video, there's a guy in like a green shirt
who took him down,
where everybody else is scattered all over the place, and he jumped and kind of grabbed his arm and tried to save the day. Don't know if he got shot or not, but eventually, the guy that was shooting ended up found another weapon and killed himself. That's what I saw. God,
Cam, how often did parents act up during your youth hockey years, Cam?
This is beyond.
By act up, he does, of course, bring a gun out.
No. I know that.
This is beyond acting up.
Right. I'm just saying.
I mean, all the time.
Okay.
This is pure evil.
This is
evil.
Pure evil. This is mental illness. No. That's weird, man.
Oh,
I couldn't look. I couldn't look at the video. I just couldn't look at the video. I can't imagine your own family.
Yeah.
That's statistically better chance of who's going to be than anybody else.
Except for Nancy Guthrie. Her family's been clear.
Jesus. What? So they got a new detective on it or whatever, the guy from the case in 2003. I just saw a documentary on Netflix, actually. What the hell was that case? We were just Peterson case.
Yeah.
Lacey Peterson. Well, he was a sneaky bastard. He was real sneaky.
Set that whole thing
he set that damn thing up. He had the dog walk by, let the dog go this way. He had the boat over here. He did this and did that.
So what they have
Good
now,
God.
like they have DNA evidence allegedly sent to this private lab in Arizona. But having watched Dateline a lot, so I'm sort of a detective. But I've seen other cases solved.
Jimmy the detective heads.
With this family DNA. So even if you're not in CODIS, which is the national database of DNA, if you've committed a crime, been arrested, they can find a family member who may be in there through this use of this technology that can narrow it down to your your branch of family. So maybe they get this guy, or people. Might be more than one person now, they're saying, involved.
Oh, my.
Oh, I bet. She's probably in Mexico, buried somewhere now.
Why Mexico?
Because
where did it come from?
I don't know.
Mexico.
Get across the border. Get out of here.
Wouldn't it be easy just to bury her in the desert on
right
this
there?
side of the border?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why would you take the dead body across a border crossing?
Because they're not going to look for you over there. They're going to have dogs everywhere around there. So if you can get across the border, you can hide that thing. You can hide the body better. What do you mean?
And also, in most cases, if it's a break-in and there's some sort of violent action where the resident is killed, maybe not the intent, but it happens a lot, home invasion.
Yes.
They don't hide the body. They just leave the body.
And get the hell out.
Why would they take the body unless it is a kidnapping?
Yeah.
But there was blood, and she's an older woman.
This is a weird. Cam, you're now 0-for-2 on your
Yeah.
guarantees from the last
Yeah.
week. Okay, so you're officially 0-for-2. They've cleared the rest of the family.
I guess.
Are you buying that?
Ooh.
I just asking a question.
I don't know yet. You know what, Ross? I don't know yet. This stories are every day.
Okay.
Confusing.
Let's just define our terms.
This is why I've
real quick.
decided not to learn.
See a video of
This is why I
Jordan
decided.
did it, and now you're going to wait.
But this is why I
did do it.
decided not
He
to pay
did
attention
do
to
it.
any of this story at all.
Me neither. Me neither.
I don't.
It's interesting.
I've never seen an investigation of this magnitude that I can remember where they clear every family member, where they announce they have cleared. Sometimes they will say the husband is no longer a person of interest or something. I've never seen it where they have cleared an entire family, which was odd to me.
Everything's odd about this story.
Why do you think they would have done that, Jim?
Because they can't tie it to them now. If you don't know who did it, you don't have a suspect.
Do you think we could have used this exhaustive connection to family in other cases like O.J. Simpson?
I don't understand.
A lot of people have a theory that it was his son who did it, and he covered up for him.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even remember what the DNA was. I thought it was pretty.
everywhere. The answer was, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
So
what was the DNA?
And it was OJ, and he had a cut on his hand.
Well, I mean,
And he
and he
fell.
You're just gonna buy the civil.
and he climbed a wall.
case
And if
years ago.
If you remember the neighbor, what was that? Cato
The
Kalin.
scavenger.
Jim,
The scavenger.
The glove didn't fit.
No.
The glove didn't fit. All right.
You must have quit.
Have some respect for an incredible
Wow.
incredible lawyer work.
Why would they
by
let him
Johnny
even
Cochran.
put that
How
damn
about
thing
this?
on?
How about
Because Marsha Clark and Chris Darden were freaking out for
we're
6
awful?
months.
You know why?
They were
Because
freaking out for 6 months.
because any lawyer will tell you
they were freaking
you
out.
don't ask questions that you don't already know the answer to. You never let someone else handle the evidence.
You also just don't like. They also like if your plan of attack is revealed to your opponents, take that plan of attack, and they knew that they knew that they were going to ask, and that's why they stopped having them take the medication, and they made sure they had to wear a rubber glove over it, and it was the dumbest thing in the world.
I tell you what, any
and
glove.
also DNA was brand new, and they had no idea.
It didn't help that
They got
it
crushed.
also
by-
didn't help that the LAPD had
There it
also
is. There it
completely
is.
butchered the
chain of evidence,
and
right?
stuff like that.
And then he had
But
Dennis Fung.
But exactly. Anyhow,
who was the other cop that they dug
oh
up?
well, Mark Furman.
Yeah.
Who seems like he was.
What did he
almost
do?
Placed in
But
there
what
to
did-
make it.
I
mean,
what was he doing?
He has like 30 hours of recordings with an author where he basically screams the N-word and talks about some pretty borderline Nazi beliefs about
oh man,
white supremacy and things like that. And then he liked to say that he was like, and his argument was that he was being a character for this author to like give her more stuff to write about. He didn't actually think that. And then I think there's like some familial connection to the KKK, which doesn't actually.
That's not
obviously
good.
that kind of buries you on that case. And yeah, the Mark Furman stuff kind of made that case.
Great
for
YouTube
the
name, by
defense.
the way, Knight Rider. I just want to throw that out there.
Except there was no way that you can get a conspiracy different law enforcement officials, including Dennis Fung, who didn't know each other, to in a small frame of time. It would be impossible.
People love to give credit for things like that to malice when they ever forget that the greatest force in human history is stupidity. the greatest force in human history has been and always will be stupidity.
I like to
And-
think kindness, but
no,
maybe
no,
stupid.
God no. kindness gets boat raced by stupidity on a minute by minute basis among the human race.
So you're saying
There's a killer still out there, Rock.
And OJ put some money towards finding him or her.
Oh, didn't he? Some of those interviews he did afterwards.
It's not convincing when he's asked whether or not he killed her.
My
Not
God.
convincing. Cam, if
It's
I asked-
unbelievable.
if I asked you if you committed a murder, would you chuckle before your answer?
No.
There it is. That was honestly a perfect OJ
The
impression.
funniest was Tim Meadows on Saturday Night Live when he was on the sideline during a football game and he's drawing out the play on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, 'cause OJ
He
did a
goes,
little commentating.
This way, he comes down this way, and he drew out, I did it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I watched that whole thing.
I remember
Cato Kalin when he was on and they said, "Can you describe what you heard?" It was a bump. It was a bump.
He's a
Some
weirdo.
things I will always.
He blew up. His stardom blew right up. He had that hair flowing. Why would OJ and him? Why are they hanging out again?
in the guest house. He
Because
was the guy that would run errands and do.
yes, because every rich person in Hollywood has a useless gopher who is living in their guest house. That's just how LA works.
And
if
Cato
you're
had a
rich
good
enough,
thing.
if you're rich enough, you have a rich.
No.
you have a-
I understand how
you
that
have a
goes.
dummy.
I had to understand how that goes.
Cato had a good thing.
I did, except for the almost getting murdered part.
Well, he didn't almost get murdered.
If he would have saw something,
Here it is.
if he would have heard something.
And that limo driver. No, I'm fine. I'll be back out.
There's so many.
And you know who got rid of OJ's clothes? Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howard Stern pranked when they were live at the scene, when they had all the helicopters down. He had people calling in to like these prime guys that are talking
Baba Booey,
and he'd say, "I'm right here, and I'm looking at it, and I saw OJ," and they're like, "You did?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he starts saying the craziest stuff, and they believed him for such a long time. Prank after prank after prank.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. And then Norm got him.
There you go.
OJ Simpson.
This is funny. When Gino, for some reason, Peterson had zero evidence against him. None. No way he should have been convicted, even if he was the one that did it.
Really?
No, he had plenty.
Don't know if I've ever heard that opinion.
Really?
He went back to the scene where no one knew where the body was, and why were you there? And he had no explanation.
You're putting your boat, your new boat in that far away? Interesting. You have that lake right next to your house.
Oh,
Why you
God.
don't drive all the way there? In choppy water, mind you, in that little dinky boat. You don't take boats into a bay like that to fish. Oh,
what the hell?
He was sneaky.
Oh yeah, he
Big
planned
time.
it all out.
She was pregnant too, I think, right? God. Oh yeah.
That's why I don't think this guy or guys or gals with the Guthrie alleged kidnapping is because if you planned it out or you have inside information, that camera isn't going to surprise you. You have to put leaves over it.
It's weird when you feel like there's camera everywhere all over the place, and I guess there is, but then sometimes there's not useful cameras. Like, don't we know the traffic that came in and out of this subdivision?
I would think, but in this neighborhood, the houses are set back with big walls or big shrubs.
Yeah, no,
so those things don't.
They're all hidden.
If you have a camera on the front porch, you can see the street.
Yeah.
Not in this neighborhood.
But just like the entrance and the exit, can we calculate who was in what vehicle for days? There's not that much traffic going through this. Let's look at every single vehicle and have a checklist.
I can tell you it was not a family member. And I'm talking about.
So I lost the bet.
I'm talking about a half
You
cousin.
lost your guarantee.
I lost my guarantee.
If we were betting on guarantees, we'd all be losing a lot of money.
We'd all be
this year.
losing a lot of money. I don't know. It'd go into a fund. Man, oh man. Brody, what are you thinking? What's on your mind? What's the biggest story for Brody today? If you had a host a radio
Okay.
show right now, what are you starting with? Go.
Talk about the Billikens.
God dang.
Talk about the Billikens. Are you kidding? They're
God
on
dang.
fire. Rock, they're on fire. God dog it. They made it 6 out of 6
Rock, they're
on
on
the
fire.
portal.
They're on rock.
Rock.
That's fine.
I know.
He's
You're
there.
right.
Why did you say in the tweet that it's a trap game? It's not a trap game.
A little bit.
They're gonna blow these guys away.
You think so, but
I do.
they've literally played bad the last 5 times they've had to play on Tuesday nights. And
That's true.
Three of
You
those,
didn't know
three
that,
of
did
those
you?
5 poor games have been on the road, and those were the more
What's the
some of
line?
the more sketchy ones. I imagine probably around 17 and a half.
Oh, Jesus.
Doesn't seem like a trap game.
No, but it
Doesn't
could
feel
be.
like it.
17.
Well, okay, fine. Define a trap game for me. What would a trap game look like for the Billikens right now?
Would be where the opponent, though not favored, clearly the underdog, would actually have a chance to win. And I don't think that's the case with this matchup.
Yeah, they're playing Rhode
That's
Island.
because your definition of a trap game is wrong.
No. What's your definition of a trap game, Ron?
Definition of a trap game is your team's on a roll, and you're in a spot where the team
should
could jump
win.
up and bite your ass, even if you don't
Yeah.
expect them to. Like the entire point of the trap game is that the team that you're playing is given no chance to win the game, and that's why it's a trap.
Well,
Yeah,
in
I don't
your
know. I don't know
defense,
if it's no chance to win.
10 and a half.
10 and a half.
well, in your defense, Rock, they are in Rhode Island tonight. They're not at home.
Exactly.
So,
And they've
could
played
be a trap
and they've
game.
played poorly on midweek Tuesday games. If like the Duquesne game at home, like 3 weeks ago was a trap game. I'm not sure how this wouldn't also be potentially one.
it's fine. Yeah.
I'm not buying that it's a trap game. Not buying it.
You're that confident
much
in this
sample.
Billikens team, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Anytime I said that they were going to lose,
If
they
you
killed
said
them by 30.
VCU or a team that had a little bit
Dayton?
higher level, yeah, then I would say, yeah, maybe. Not this team. Not Rhode Island. I don't
They're
think
14 and 11 on the year.
Even
Even if they lose tonight, hypothetically, I still think the Billikens make the tournament.
They could lose a couple games and still
Oh,
make the
really?
tournament, but
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
making the tournament isn't the point anymore. It's getting in the seed they need to advance in the tournament.
Is it how important is the seeding? I know it's important, but how important?
Different people are going to tell you different things. I think it's unbelievably important to be a 4 or 5 seed. Some people would argue it's not.
Okay.
I would argue it is.
I want them to play Illinois in St. Louis.
I don't want that. I don't want that. That would be bad.
Who do you want them to play then, Rock?
Anybody they can beat.
Exactly.
And Illinois is not one of them right now.
They can beat Illinois. It's just going to be it's one of the trickier matchups they'd have right now at the top
Right.
team.
I don't think they can. As
I don't
high
think
as
they beat
I am
Illinois.
on SLU, I don't think they beat Illinois.
No. Keaton Wagler putting up buckets.
Wagler.
Certainly not the
Wagner.
reason.
Listen, I think his story is unbelievable. I mean, just the fact that he went from being he wasn't even in the top 150. He's a kid playing Kansas high school state basketball, won 2 back-to-back championships, didn't play on a shoe circuit AAU team. Man, I butchered that. And he didn't have a lot of gravitas. No McDonald. And now he's a player and could be a lottery pick for Illinois. It's completely unexpected. This guy is completely risen above a lot of his other adversaries. It's unbelievable, and what a great recruiting job done by Brad Underwood.
He's unbelievable. He's
great.
He has Curry in there, and he has Brunson in there, the way he can go to the hole. It's just hard to account for him if you're game plan, because he can wreck in a lot of different ways. And he's only 18. That's the amazing.
Yeah.
But I still love SLU.
Why wouldn't you?
Rock, are you with us? We're talking SLU.
Rock.
Yeah, I just think it's definitely a trap game.
Oh, man.
So you're concerned
That's
that
why
they will
he's-
lose tonight?
I'm concerned that every Tuesday night game at this point. They play
What's up
bad.
with Tuesday? Why?
They play bad. I don't know what it is. They're not a good team on Tuesday nights.
Is that on shirts?
I don't think so.
Fire shirt for
Oh,
for
come
Tuesday night.
on.
I gotta
Tweet that out.
This is why we have to be scared of Rhode Island. Jim, they have a point guard who's listed at 6'2", 220. You don't want to face a bowling ball like that on a Tuesday night. You don't want to face a guy like that who's just going to run through every tag and stunt the Billikens
Tyler
defense
Cochran,
throws at
who
him.
was injured all of last year and didn't
You know
play
what
for
you do with a
Minnesota.
guy like that?
That's the guy.
You know what you do?
Yeah.
You make
You're good.
you make him chase around your 3-point shooters, so he's ineffective in the second half. That's what you do. You run him.
Oh, so you're saying just because he's a little rotund, he might not have great
Rock,
stamina?
Rock.
Yes, I am.
Come on now,
This is Tyler
Jim.
Cochran we're talking about. Come on, Rock. I had to cover him at Minnesota. Come on.
He's their leading scorer this year.
I know.
He's a very fine player.
He's okay.
I agree with Brody.
Yeah,
he's just okay.
Guys who score 15 points per game in the A10 just scrubs.
Run him.
He was not a scrub in the A10, I'll say
Run
that.
him over.
The Big Ten he was.
Well, it was Minnesota. Everyone who plays for Minnesota is a scrub.
Oh. Well, that's fair.
I mean, come on.
That's fair. That's fair. And he was not brought in by Nico Medved, by the way. He was brought in by Ben Johnson.
Yeah, that was.
Who's the best Golden Gopher ever?
Kevin McHale.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
He was on that quick. Who's the best SLU player ever?
Say Larry Hughes, Red McCauley.
Pure talent. It's hard to
Ian
say.
Bayoukas.
Who had the most successful?
McCauley was more.
Who had the most successful career?
decorated.
McCauley, he's in the Hall of
but,
Fame.
I mean, you're talking about an NBA that was.
Back in the day.
Completely different.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
Anthony Bonner was an NBA player.
Yes, he
Brown
was.
an NBA player, but
Yes, he
yeah, I
was.
mean, Larry was a top 3 pick, but Ed
Yeah.
McCauley's a Hall of Famer. And again, a very different era of the NBA, but nonetheless, it's kind of hard to
How many NBA
Do you know
players?
Larry
did
Hughes
they
was
produce?
one of the Flight brothers?
Yes, him and Allen Iverson.
kind of blew
But
my mind.
it kind of went away quick
Yeah,
for
it's-
whatever reason. But they had Allen
'cause
Iverson,
one of them
who's
could
one of
score
my favorite.
because one of them
players.
could score 30 points a game and
Yeah.
one of them couldn't.
Yeah. But
How
they
many-
had a backcourt that could dominate with their athleticism. The Flight brothers.
How many NBA players does SLU produce? Like
Probably
one of-
around
in the history of
the
15 or
program?
20.
Oh, 15 or 20. in the
Yeah,
program?
around there. Give or take.
It's been around since
1900s.
Oh, that's a program that can.
They
get
have
that.
they have produced 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 players.
There we go.
Hmm.
15.
Jordan Goodwin currently plays. Then you have in games played in the NBA in decreasing order. If I can get this damn ad.
Yuri Collins has played games in the NBA, my friend, for the Warriors.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Larry Hughes played 727 games in his career. Easy had McCauley played 641. Rob Ferry played 634.
There we go.
Anthony Bonner played 318. Jordan Goodwin's played 202. Willie Reed's played 133. Then we
Good
dropped
for Willie.
152. Sorry, Bevo Nordman played
native St. Louis.
133, and then it drops below the 100 game mark for Robin Jones, Barry Alms, DJ Wilcutt, Rich Neiman, Marv Schatzman, and David Burns, and Yuri Collins. Marv Schatzman sounds like a guy you'd be a fan of.
Bonner, by the way, nice.
Played for the Knicks.
I'm surprised as soon as I said the name, you didn't go, oh.
Yeah, I like that guy. Bonner became in his career a lockdown defender. When,
Yeah, he did.
when he was with the Knicks, he was a lockdown defender.
My father gushed when he saw him in the studio once.
Pretty great.
Yeah, he was. The Sean graduate, by the way. They finally got their second NBA player in Keyshawn Gilbert. Finally is played in some NBA games for the Washington Wizards. They finally got over the hump of having 2 NBA players. Vashawn has. It's incredible. CBC has 2 now. Larry Hughes, Caleb Love. Pretty good number.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rooster chimes
Patrick
in.
McCaw?
McCall. Oh, that's right. Well, McCall
Patrick
played
McCaw
at
won
CBC for 3 years.
He won 3 NBA titles.
Yeah, that's
And,
true. But he didn't graduate from CBC though.
Yeah, but he played 3 years at CBC. I think we can.
All right, we'll count him.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think-
claim
I think
him.
you can claim him there.
We'll
Yeah.
claim him.
Where'd he go for his last year?
I went to. Oh, I gotta tell you this way. Montrose Christian. He went there his last year. Him and Ray Doby. That was after the 2013 debacle, where they parted ways with Bob McCormick, his head basketball coach, and Mike England. Well, said enough.
Oh no!
Yeah. Okay.
Fine.
Fine. That's fine.
Lost track.
I'm so-
I
No.
lost
I lost track.
Okay.
Deserved it. Oh, sorry. I think I stitched my throat.
That's fair. Okay.
Who
So-
doesn't he like?
No.
There
No.
was
No.
something that they're
No.
trying to talk around, Cam.
No.
I don't like when they talk
I
around
know.
things.
Rock.
You don't talk around things on this here show.
You know, every once in a while, Rocco's stone face.
He
He does. Listen.
Like he's a sphinx or something.
I Rock. I'm sorry I put you in that position. It's all good though. It's all good.
I'm completely fine with being in that position.
Okay.
I'm completely okay with it.
Okay.
Never have any problems taking shots at them.
Who?
It's fair.
CBC.
Ah.
I very much enjoy making fun of my alma mater.
Now
He
I
does.
know.
He does. He does.
And the
Nah.
terrible administrators who
Wow. Yeah.
He has a lot
You
of
had a-
scars.
I paid
money for sure.
I did love me some Bob McCormick though.
You paid
He
money
was
for
the
that
best.
torture.
Bob McCormick, real G. Love Bob
Who'd that
McCormick.
be?
He was the coach. He was the coach.
Yeah, he was the coach of the CBC
really?
basketball program.
He was such a fun dude.
Yeah,
such a fun family.
So one
honestly.
out of a lot.
There was like 2 or 3 co-teachers there.
Yeah,
but overall,
Bob McCormick won a state championship
Satan.
in his first year with Larry Hughes, and then never got a state championship again.
That might be a little extreme, Cam.
Rock reminds me like a prisoner of war. Like,
There's some like
he's
went
been through.
Cam,
That's exactly.
Cam, there's 2 things
Satan
between being Satan and being bad at your job.
Okay,
There's a line between those two.
I get
think
that.
We can,
That's fair.
find and agree with.
He does. It is a prisoner of
I
war.
wouldn't call anybody. I wouldn't call anybody Satan. I'd say there were a bunch of people who were bad at their jobs.
All right,
but Satan seems a little
It
extreme.
was a little extreme. It was extreme. My bad.
Fair enough.
Sometimes I don't know where you're at.
They can.
I gotta
here's
go
the thing.
extreme first, and
Here's the
you
thing.
bring it down for me.
They can handle it.
Yeah,
They're
can.
a bunch of adults. They can handle it.
Of course they can. Yeah, I got
damn
a
right.
jacket right here. Graduated from the same high school. Folks who don't know.
Oh, Lordy B. Let's go. City Seafood was born from the legacy of Bob Seafood, a beloved St. Louis fish stand that began in the Del Mar Loop.
Seafood kind of day.
As demand grew, so did the business, expanding the wholesale and moving to a larger space at 170 and Olive, becoming a go-to for restaurants and seafood lovers alike. In 2022, when developer plans to close Bob's doors, former VP Mike V partnered with entrepreneur Brad Burns to create City Seafood, blending decades of city seafood expertise with a fresh, modern approach. Today, we continue the tradition with premium seafood, online ordering, custom packages, and a free local delivery. New name, same mission, the best seafood in the city with a smile. I like smiles.
I like shrimp.
I like smiles and
crab.
shrimp.
I like lobster. I like clam.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Crab's too much work.
You get one mussel and or crustacean on your plate. What's your choice?
I'm gonna do the mussels.
Wow,
because they're bigger and I could scoop up the garlic sauce better than
mussels
crab.
over crab.
No, I thought you said pick one or the other, or no, pick one of.
Yeah, you get one like crab.
I like mussels over clams and all that
crab,
stuff.
crustacean, mussel. One of the things that falls under that entire umbrella
An
of non like swimming fish.
Alaskan
seafood.
king crab
There it is. Okay,
is
thank you.
number one.
Maine
and
lobster.
that's why it's so gosh dang expensive.
Maine lobster.
I think I gotta go with Jimmy on this one.
An Alaskan king crab
King
is
crab is
more. It's got
is
more meat.
So tasty, but you got to do a lot more work on the meat.
Don't care. You'll
And
get
you
it.
get your
done.
care
hands
about the
all
work.
cut. Listen,
You don't care about the work. You like it.
I've
you
never
like
had king
First of all,
crab.
doing the thing where
I
you're like
can't
hitting
judge
against
this.
to get the
good
reverse,
restaurants do that for you.
the reverse thing. Okay, fair enough.
It's not as easy with crabs as it is with a lobster. Good restaurant. All you do is pull out the meat.
God.
And you didn't say anything about portions because you said more crab meat. I'll get 2 lobsters in, maybe 3. But
I'll
you
get
know what
green
else?
crab then.
You know what else? I'll get a giant thing of melted butter.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
My favorite thing about lobster, it has to be that it's like one of the only foods in America that's still like priced completely based off where you're buying it. Because like the further north you go, it gets cheaper.
Yeah.
And so like I love that there is actually something in
Yes.
America that if you put in the work, you can go get cheap lobster.
I wouldn't
as long
say
as you're
cheap.
well, but
Cheaper.
But I'm saying is like
Go
you
up
start in Boston
north.
and a roll in Boston's $13. But as you leave Boston, it progressively drops by $1 every like 50 miles you get up the coast. And by the time
By
you're like,
Maine.
all the way up there, you're getting like a $7 one instead of a $14 one. That's a pretty good.
No, that is 100%.
you don't get
true.
there's not a lot of foods in America where that would be the case. Is my point.
I need a 2.5-pound lobster,
Oh.
Maine lobster, and that ain't cheap.
No,
it's
I don't
not.
care where
cheap.
you are.
Here's the thing,
It's $100.
That's
based on like
unbelievable.
bang for the buck.
So good.
Like lobster's better, crab's better. But honestly, the bang for the buck is terrible wherever you get it. But man, I think I could eat 50 scallops.
Scallops?
Really?
I think I could eat
So
50
can I.
scallops
Wow.
at a sitting. Like obviously the tinier ones, not the big ones. But like, think I could eat like 50 of those
Yeah,
tiny
they're
scallops.
good.
Because
Scallops?
they just
They're
they-
good.
and-
They're
and
good.
part of it is like the sauce you're cooking them in. They're kind of like lobster that they soak up sauce really well. So you got a
Quick
good
cook.
cream sauce. Just bam! It goes down like a little piece of
It's
like
so
savory
good.
candy.
It is
Oh,
good. You got to
scallops
sear
are
both
so
sides,
good, man.
but you could overcook it like that. Boom.
It's fat.
Yeah, God, I
But at
could.
the same time, I've also like casually bought cocktail shrimp like rings at Schnucks. Like, and I've been like, you know what, I would like to pick out for the next 2-3 days cocktail shrimp ring, and I'll
They're
buy
expensive.
that. God, but
They're expensive.
But they're on sale sometimes around the holidays.
Sometimes
and
they
I'll
are
get,
cheap.
And I'll get one
Means
just
they've been sitting there a while.
and I'll get one just and it works every time.
And you know what that's like? That's the equivalent of going to Red Lobster. Like,
yes.
All right, we'll pop in, we'll get that. It'll take care of the hankering for that.
I'll go to Red Lobster. I don't give a damn.
Look,
I don't give a damn.
It's not on my top 20 lobsters I ever had.
No,
but it was good.
But it hit the spot.
Why are we playing like there's a cultural stigma around lobster?
Shrimp scampi is great at
You guys-
Red Lobster.
We did this yesterday too.
Because there's a difference between eating at a crap and seafoods. I don't like messing with crappy seafood either. You're rolling the dice.
I mean, crab with a K.
But there's different. There is a stigma. It's like
Of course
admitting
there is.
It's admitting that Olive Garden is actually pretty good.
No,
it is.
They got good.
The soup and salad
that's
there.
different.
No, the best thing about Olive
soup
Garden
and
is the
salad.
breadsticks.
It's different though.
And they make you feel like
They are
family.
good.
It's different though when you live in a place because that's
They
the
are
thing.
good.
That's the thing though. It's like you'd never like I get if you're living in Portsmouth, somebody would look at you going to Red Lobster like, I'm sorry, you going to Red Lobster, and it's kind of like that in St.
It's
Louis.
access. It's
You're going to Olive Garden, and so it's about access. It's about
Except-
that kind of stuff.
Except the salad at
Red Lobster has a bigger stigma than Olive
No, it
Garden.
doesn't. No, it does not.
I
No,
think
it's
it's
not.
I think it's tied for first.
No, Olive Garden stigma, dude. If you tell most people you went to Olive Garden, they will look at you like you have a 48
Really?
IQ.
Because it's
Yes.
St. Louis and we have Italian food
People
here.
will look
and
at
all
you
that.
like you are
That
the
could be a-
dumbest.
I don't go to
No,
Olive
yeah.
Garden hardly
Maybe
ever.
where you live.
People will
Except
treat you like you are
salad
brain
and
damaged.
soup is really good. Like their soup. I like soup. Not everyone has soup. Their soup is great there. So is their salad.
God, I'm
That's what I
starving.
get.
Man, all this food talk.
Well, pasta primavera was invented in the United States. All checks out.
And then our good friend Patino created Pasta Prematura.
There you go.
I mean, there's so many good pasta places.
Chris Gardner, you're my goat. I love you.
Why are you pointing up there?
No one on the panel
Well, he's
understands.
on the elevator.
Where are you putting?
He's on the elevator as the door guy. He's on the elevator.
okay?
He's on the elevator helping people out.
He's fine. He's a
He's on the
doorman.
elevator.
He's alive.
He's,
And-
he's
is he
helping.
alive?
He's helping one of the people in the
pointed
building.
up like he's
He's helping one of the people in the building get up the elevator with their groceries. What a good doorman does, Cam Janssen.
And he's
leaking something.
and he's a scooter connoisseur.
Yes, he is.
He's a good dude.
All right, let's go to
He's a
break.
treasure hunter.
You want to go to break and regroup? All
Sure.
right, let's go to break. Don't go
Political
anywhere. We'll be back.
candidate.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Woo!
Got my vote.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit luinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships at luinfo.com for more information.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
luinfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A man who worked at an apartment complex in Maryland Heights is charged after allegedly making terroristic threats last week. Police say 25-year-old Liam Green of O'Fallon told coworkers he would bring a gun to work and kill himself and others at the Neo Vantage Point Apartments. Later said he was joking. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office brought charges. A teen was killed and another seriously hurt in a crash on Sunday night on Interstate 64 in Town and Country. Missouri State Highway Patrol said a 17-year-old driver lost control of an Audi on westbound I-64 near Route 141 and went off the road. An 18-year-old passenger later died at the hospital. Troopers say she was not wearing a seatbelt. The St. Louis Battlehawks begin their new season on March 28th. They'll debut new modernized uniforms. The home uniforms will feature a new bold blue design with Battlehawks across the chest. Silver away uniforms include STL on the front and a more prominent gateway arch on the sleeves. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Cloudy and windy today. A few gusts around 30 miles an hour. No rain, though. We'll have a high in the mid-60s. For the overnight hours, a slim chance of shower and our overnight low in the upper 50s. Wind will stay pretty gusty. We're right back to sunshine on Wednesday, low 70s and breezy. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
The Lou Information Station presents coverage of the Mid-States Hockey Playoffs, presented by Vantage Credit Union. Game coverage includes Founders Cup, Wickenheiser Cup, and Challenge Cup games, including each division's championship. Tune in or log on to the Lou Info YouTube channel. Mid-States playoffs are presented by Vantage Credit Union and by Mattingly Lumber, WashU Medicine Orthopedics, and by Kenny Reinhold with Caldwell Banker Realty Gundaker.
After a long day, nothing beats kicking back in a brand new hot tub from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. These guys are the real deal. They've been around for over 38 years and got more than 400 five-star reviews, and they've earned every single one of them. They sell premium, American-made hot tubs, USA, baby. And because they keep their overhead low, they pass the savings right on to you. You're getting better quality at a better price. And here's the best part. No hidden fees, prizes, no, oh, by the way, charges. And if you find a comparable cheaper at a local dealer, they'll beat that price, guaranteed. That's right, best price guarantee, no one's beating them. Plus, when you buy from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, you're buying from a company that's been here for decades, and they'll be here to service your tub for as long as you own it. Check them out at besthottubprices.com. That's besthotTubPrices.com. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price.
Today, business moves fast. Don't fall behind your competitors. Contact CTS, Commercial Technology Solutions, today for your voice and data needs, including networking, internet, and video conferencing. We offer 24-hour emergency service with competitive rates and an A+ rating from the BBB. At Commercial Technology Solutions, it's all about service, solutions, and stability. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois at 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes
These two men here, are they with you?
on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Let's go. Whoa. Something just popped up. A 12-year NHL veteran. We're honored to have Kelly Chase as one of our 2 inaugural inductees to the Saskatoon Blades Hall of Fame.
Congrats,
Pretty cool.
Chaser.
That's nice. That's really.
Do you think he's going to be able to travel up to Saskatoon?
Yes.
Oh, great. Great
Yes,
to
I
hear
do.
that.
I think he's 100% going to go up there.
Good.
I don't know how he's just doing so much. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
But I think that's keeping him fueled and had that fire in his belly.
He's a Saskatoon boy.
Yes, he is.
Shite kicking. Bad boys up there. Good thing the Blues didn't move there.
That's true. Back in the 80s.
I know that one billionaire Canadian guy wanted them bad.
Yeah.
And the NHL's like, nope.
What's there?
Nope. Nothing. What's there? Nothing.
Enough fans to fill an arena?
I don't know.
Chase told me he would have to drive, his parents would drive 2.5 hours to get to, the right ice complex.
Wow.
Nothing up there but cold and flat. Cold desert. Nasty.
Hey, Rock,
What shite kickers.
what channel is Slew on tonight? that can watch them roll.
That's right,
I'm
Jim.
gonna watch it too.
ESPN Plus.
Well, I got ESPN Plus.
See,
It's
now
all
I'm not.
good.
See,
Well, I mean, I think Jim was reacting because he doesn't.
and I wanted to do it, and now when I said I did
Okay.
do it, then you're gonna give me that look, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll prove it to you.
Oh,
You
I
don't
got
have
gonna-
ESPN Plus?
Yeah,
I
think
do.
But you
Yeah,
have-
if you're a wrestling or UFC fan, you
But-
do.
I don't.
If you were a real college
Do I got to
basketball
use a
fan, you would.
different remote to put it on?
Probably.
God dang it!
The whole thing. I guarantee you're not watching.
I know. You want to bet?
I'll
But
watch it.
But I will watch it on my phone. Watching little balls go in and a little exclamation point on the app.
You just pay
Rocky, are you gonna have a post game show tonight on Sports Central, and then are you doing a Billikens rundown podcast also?
What's the Billikens Rundown podcast?
Oh, I thought you were doing a Bill.
You haven't heard? He just had a meeting with Dave. You're doing a Billikens rundown
I
podcast.
didn't know I was doing this podcast, but okay. Alrighty then. I'll be ready for it. Yes.
Brody.
We'll have our post game show tonight on
Great.
STL Sports Central.
Great.
And I guess we'll talk about the show tomorrow. It'd be better to talk about the game tomorrow if Jim was a real college basketball fan who could pay $7.99.
I'll be
all the college
about
basketball
it, or
you
you
wanted,
can- I'll be
but I
watching.
guess not.
Brody will do it. Brody will.
How are you going to watch
I'll
the next
talk
play of
about
the
it.
Knicks draft?
I am not going to spend $7.99 to watch someone boat race Rhode Island.
Why don't you have an
But
ESPN
you can,
Plus
but
subscription?
you can watch that. You can use them to watch them boat race Rhode Island, and then a second time against Dayton, and a second time against VCU, and there's also another time against Loyola Chicago in there. There's that George Mason game. You can watch them boat race them all for just
They're all on
$7.99.
They're all on ESPN Plus. I don't think so. Because
Almost.
I looked ahead.
I want to see if any of them are on CBS Sports. It's the only time they're not on.
It's hard for me to find CBS Sports. I've had trouble.
A10 don't have a network.
We got to go. We got to go.
ESPN2, ESPN Plus, ESPN Plus, ESPN Plus,
ESPN2.
ESPN Plus. There's one on CBS Sports Network.
And one on ESPN.
$7.
But yeah, but ESPN2, if you have ESPN Plus, you can watch it online.
All right, we got to go. See you guys. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you. Hot Take Central 2.0. Woo! Introducing the Key Aaron Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays. The game is always on, and